Last weekend I was pushing my steam engine back after a run with my gas mechanical locomotive, and it came off the track. That's the gas mechanical. Big bump. The thing derailed. It was quite a dramatic accident because it happened on one of the switches too, coming into the workshop here. I suspected that it was going to be a wheel flange because the wheel flanges were getting rather thin on it. So I took a look, and this is what I saw. It's rendered the thing useless. There are grooves in the tyres as well of these wheels. There's the other wheel. It hasn't lost its flange, but it's got quite a groove in it where the rail runs. I believe the reason for the failure of these wheels is the quality of the steel or whatever it was they used on this locomotive. It was built by, I think, a company called Cannonball Express, which doesn't exist anymore, and they used a kind of strange cast iron in the process. I've noticed that it puts a kind of a glossy, slippy surface on the rail, and my yard is quite difficult to get round because of the steep gradients. This puts a glossy surface on it, so it causes a lot of slipping. Whereas the steam locomotive, my simplex steam locomotive here, has done many miles, and the tyres are in very good condition. In fact, there's very little wear on them. It's probably done 1,000 miles now, and that's the quality of the cast iron. I think it was Reeves that I got the locomotive wheels from, the castings from, many years ago. Here's my son Aidan running the gas mechanical a little while ago. Meanwhile, back at the workshop. So I thought I'd just show you the process, which is not an easy one, of dropping out the wheels and replacing them with new wheels. And I have those here. These are the wheels. They are CNC machined. A friend of mine got them for me. They're actually for a 7¼ inch gondola kind of wagon. I have to machine the centres out of them. I think they're 1/2 inch. They have to machined out to 3/4 inch to fit the axles on my gas mechanical here, and then I have to put a keyway in them. My first job is to machine out the centre of the wheel to 3/4 inch, and I do that on my lathe here. The wheels have got a little bit rusty because they've been stored for about 6 months in the basement here. So I place them in I've got a 3-jaw self-centering chuck with the outside jaws placed in it. So I grip the outside tyre of the wheel, and then I know the centre will be running completely concentric with the tyre itself. I thought before I drop the wheels out I should give you a quick tour of the locomotive itself. I bought it from a friend about 3 years ago and re-gauged it from a 7¼ inch to a 5-inch gauge so it could run on my tracks. It's a pretty crude looking machine. I've left it in its undercoat because I think it kind of suits the crudeness of the machine, but it's actually a brilliant machine. It really runs very well, and it's great when you want just a quick tour around the yard with a glass of wine. My other locomotives are steam, coal-fired. That would take me at least probably 3/4 to an hour to get one of those going, oiling up, coaling it. With this it's an instant start, and I don't need a bath at the end of it all. So it's a pretty cool machine in that light. So I've got to drop the wheels out of it. Let me just show you around, tell you what's inside it. In the cab we have a Briggs & Stratton 3.5 horsepower lawnmower engine, and then that is connected to a centrifugal clutch and then chain driven to the front half here, which has a Peerless 700 gearbox, which is attached to sort of ride-on lawnmowers. It's a 4-speed with reverse. What's cool about this is that it has actually a disc brake down the side there, which is worked from the throttle handle, and so there's no brakes on the wheels, but if you let go of the throttle handle, the brakes automatically come on the locomotive, and it's powerful enough to stop it in a train. That's then chain driven down to the wheels, and there's a chain that loops all the way around the wheels. These are just flat pieces of metal cut out. I presume that they were laser cut. It's all sort of splat welded together. The wheels are cast iron. Those are the things I'm going to replace because they're kind of peculiar. They've worn out so quickly. The bearings on the axle boxes are very reasonably priced. They're called take-up bearings. You can get them online. The cool thing about them is that they are spherical, so they're self-aligning bearings. That takes a lot of sweat out of the messing about with the axle boxes to get them to ride properly. It's got a battery in the front there. The battery isn't charged by the engine, it's just charged up, you know, at the end of the run if I've been using the headlight or the horn. I'll then recharge it on a car battery charger. So that's basically the locomotive. It'll pull 2 or 3 adults up the garden. It has a gear lever here. And it has a throttle brake here. And on the back here I've got a tiny tack which tells me how many hours it's been running, and it tells me what the revs are on the engine, which is quite useful.